Okay. Hey everyone, it's New here again. We're back with part 3, 500 maps of Cemetery, hunting down that ever elusive Brother Stash card that has been ever so elusive for the past few maps. I am running into a bit of a dry spell currently, clocking in somewhere around 50-55 maps with no Brother Stash. That's getting close to the record for me. Hopefully we'll break that streak here right off the bat as we start map number 201 in a few seconds. Feeling really good today. It's my day off. I got my nice routine in. Got that workout. Went to a cafe. Got a nice fresh cortado espresso drink. Feeling like $1,000,000. Rested a little bit. Got all this stuff set up ready to go for today's major farm. And yeah, got some lunch, so I am good to sit here for the next few hours. In fact, this time I really might do it all the way through, but actually I think on second thought I'll probably just run 50 maps and I'll take like 1 hour break maybe, come back and run the other 50 maps, and then kind of do something similar tomorrow, and then I can probably do the very last set the next day after work. Pretty good plan. I'm quite happy to be able to knock all this out pretty quickly. I still have a few other videos in mind to make. Not a whole lot left on the farming side of things, but as far as like getting ready for the new season and stuff, oh yeah, we got some stuff we're going to come out with here. You'll notice I have some enhanced supports here, and you'll notice that I have some enhanced supports that are ready to clock up to rank 3. I'm going to go ahead and hit those here. Now, it may seem odd to you, why am I initiating this farm by leveling up 3? That seems like cheating, right? Well, the truth is, on the second set, I forgot to level my gems for like a dozen maps or so, and it cost me essentially a round of gem leveling. So, getting that squared away. In other words, I was only able to corrupt 18 enhances instead of 24, which is my usual number. Let's go ahead and see if we get any rank 4s. Well, right off the bat, first hit, rank 4. Nothing yet. Okay, well, got one. That's good. That's technically good RNG. So we're already sitting on one rank 4 here. So that'll look pretty for the end result. Valuing that at 4x like I have been. Maybe this time I'll actually get a 100% global defense grasping males for once. We'll see. I'm not really looking forward to checking all that. Anyway, let's pull you down here to the front. We'll just jump right in here. Not a whole lot to talk about on the front. I did not change my spec build or anything. I did actually change my loot filter a little bit to... I'm testing out some improvements to maps. I did have one viewer suggest in my recent video I could make some adjustments to my maps. He was absolutely right, and I kind of neglected that or forgotten about that. So I should have an improvement on seeing what maps drop. In fact, I will also be picking up fewer just random like uncorrupted maps that actually generally don't sell. But I'll still be picking up ones that do sell, like for example Spider Forest, Tower, City Square, you know, that stuff. This number keeps going down. The startup cost keeps going down slightly. What that tells me is that the price of Scarabs have been slowly going down a smidge. I mean, you're gonna see the value of Scarabs and cemetery maps as well. I don't know why it fluctuated, but a 2 chaos apiece does sound a little bit more accurate. And yeah, so 28.12. You know, first set it was 28.75, then it was like 28.47, now it's 28.12. I mean, it's almost exactly the same every single time. Investing in, I bought in almost all the Sextants up front, so I know the Sextants might be fluctuating value a little bit, but honestly, it's basically working out the same. So we'll do the reset here, as we always do. I want to make this tried and true. Take one more snapshot. Still has the full amount, even though I just pulled that out because it's not updated yet. And I can put this back in here pretty. So we got the proper representation there, 28.12. 28.12, okay. Got that set up. Oh, one major update actually with this set is kind of a big deal. Is that the game just got updated with the brand new DirectX 12 render or beta, and I am testing that currently. Now I already did run 4 maps just to do like a real test on it. I didn't want to just fly into this off the seat of my pants with a brand new render. Who knows what would happen, but everything seems fine. The fans seem like they're on a bit more often, but everything performance-wise seems good. I'm more concerned about the heat than anything else, the heat of the graphics card. But yeah, it's looking nice. So yeah, we're good there. Exact same setup. Starting off with some 8 modded corrupted maps, just enough to self-sustain. You got a whole bunch of maps here already. Basically, got half the maps I need practically to start this off. I am going to start off with a very peculiar map here. Now, I haven't actually seen a map like this drop ever this season. Now, this came from a Soul Conduit Arch Nemesis mob on an 8 modded corrupted map thing. So this was really interesting. It actually dropped a cemetery map that was delirious. And it spawns 60% delirious, and it has some really nasty mods on it, like reflect elemental damage. I can offset that by just running an enduring mana flask. You can see that my mana cost to tornado shot is 9 mana. If I ever shoot a shot with no mana, it can kill me. But if I use the potion or the flask here, it costs nothing. So that's how I get around that. You can always get around the maps by doing something like that. You know, this absolutely no way I'm gonna have a mana issue. I'm actually using this mana potion not for the mana it gives me, but just for the full-blown 25% reduced mana cost of skills. If you might be aware of a better option than this, please let me know in the comments below. I think this is kind of the best way to circumvent this. Oh, and the other thing about this map is buffs expire on players 70% faster. I typically don't run that mod. I filter that one out unless it's like a Beyond map. I think I have like a Beyond map in here that has that mod on it somewhere. Yeah, so we're gonna start with this map because it's the most interesting map. So we'll see what this looks like. I'm a little curious to see how this plays out. Okay, usual setup there with Beyond. No Alva, nothing in there like crazy. No changes on the gear whatsoever. Trades have been coming in, flying off the shelf. I'm up to 191x. That's actually above what I projected I'd be at this point. And I'm not spending that much time trading, by the way. The only time I'm trading is when I'm in the middle of trying to get my materials up, ready for the next farm. Okay, so I gotta reset my thing one more time. No, that's weird. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
My mana is gone.
So basically, I'll be running for 3 hours here, and then I guess I would show up, huh? Oh man, did you see him heal through that? Oh, that was scary. I'm gonna have to get some buffs, aren't I? Holy crap! Simulacrum Splinter. I'm not that's weird. Okay, so I should not be seeing just a single instance of Simulacrum Splinters, but apparently I failed to set up my loot filter for that like forever ago. Just kind of showcases the fact that I never run Deli Orb maps like this. This is a Deli Orb map. I mean, it was Deli Orb before me. So that's a little annoying, but, oh, was that Covetous Shrine? Seemed like it was. There we go, I killed a boss. One boss. Kinda have to actually get some Headhunter buffs to... Oh, there's a Covetous Shrine. Dang, that late. That's why you want to get to the shrines right away, so that you don't clear half the map and then pick up a Covetous Shrine. When you could have cleared the entire map almost under the effects of a Covetous Shrine. Let's see if I can kill this guy now. Yeah. Yeah, he's dead. Dead as can be. So the maps that are dropping, I should basically only see cemetery double corrupted maps, potentially. Like, I did go ahead and leave like tower double corrupted maps and a couple others, maps that I would personally promenade, of course. But anything else double corrupted, I shouldn't. I could theoretically update the filter even more by like also showing like double corrupted beyond maps of any type, for example. Those will sell, by the way. They will sell. So you should see, for the most part in this particular farm, the only maps I'm going to see that aren't unique are going to be cemetery for the most part. And it's nice because, you know, I mean, it's going to save me a lot of time in the long run to only be looking at those. So I'm going to kind of have to use the mini map here to filter this out in my head. Not messing around with these one at a time simulacrum splinters. Definitely not worth looting. So yeah, a little bit of a one-off there. Interesting that I get up to 10 rewards. I don't know why you get so many more rewards in a Delhi orb map than you do in a Delhi mirror. Kind of weird. Hopefully I can flip over one more reward. Probably can. Yeah, there we go. I got an ancient orb for my trouble. Cool. Raw ancient orb from the Delhi reward. Worth it. Okay, not exactly my cup of tea there. Kind of slow. Like it's always slow, you know, you gotta warm up and everything. These monsters are actually healing. Kind of annoying. I do want to mention, I managed to keep my AG alive for the entire session recently. That was the entire maps 101 through 200. That was a wonderful thing. Each AG death costs me personally about 5, maybe 6x. So I definitely want to get good. Get good at not losing that AG, and I'm getting better. Absolutely getting better. See, there's another stupid buffs expire faster. Okay, we can keep that one, and we can keep that one. I guess I'll just run these after there. And then everything else can start off here. Okay, I think we are good. So, yeah, this is a... So here we have a Beyond map with double reflex and minus all res. So this is... Whew, a beast of a map right here. Hello in the chat. Exodus now. Welcome to the chat. So again, having a dry spell currently of over 50 maps, probably about 55 maps. And I'm hoping that this dry spell gets broken here early on in this farm. Would be nice. So we'll need to cross our fingers on that. So our usual arrangement here, we're just gonna kind of get the, gonna obviously prioritize altars above all else. Then we're gonna be trying to get the shrines, all the while trying to not hit the breach if possible, until I kill the boss. That's my preferred route. I will hit Strongboxes if I run straight through one, because I don't want to accidentally pass through an area that, and not hit the Strongbox and then fail to, you know, see the fog of war later on. I have missed Strongboxes before entirely on account of that, so I would prefer not to make that mistake. Now here we go. I will hit this breach because I can go in and kill the boss, and come back out, and voila, breach is nice and active. It's still not even closing yet. I'm really liking this, you know, only seeing the cemetery maps. It's really nice. I've begun to get in the habit of looting kind of on the go. You see how the rampage is working here? I might lose it right here, actually. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose it here. So, but I have managed to loot most of the map. Actually, checking the red squares is nice. Now, this map doesn't really matter if I lose rampage and movement speed buffs, because it so happens I got a major speed shrine. So that is making me fly through the map regardless of the status of rampage or any of my headhunter buffs. Man, if there was a way... Oops, I don't want to go in there. Actually, if there was a way for me to like guarantee an action speed shrine, like I would totally give up the Gloom shrine if I could force an action speed shrine on the map. That would be amazing. But no, doesn't seem to be the case. Map number 2 done. That one was a lot faster than the first. To be expected. That wonky, delirious map. I knew it was going to be a little bit weird to run through. I'd say we're sitting around 60 maps. With no brother stash. 60 maps in a row. Starting to hurt a little bit. That was weird. I didn't expect to die right there. Just spawned a weird high number of Beyond bosses. Well, there's a red star. Could it be? Could it be? Yes, we just broke the bad streak. Well, I was just saying it a second ago. I had gotten up to around 60 maps. My record is 60 or 70 maps, so basically I'd say I almost tied my record of longest streak of no Brothers Dash card. So there you go. I mean, even in this 500 map series, a lot of cemetery maps. I had a horrible streak based on my own personal experiences. Having found plenty of these cards, that was one of the worst streaks. And again, if you're listening to this and you think that a streak of no Brothers Dash cards for 60 maps doesn't sound all that bad, in fact, if that sounds like very normal to you, I would suggest you look at the degrees by which you're juicing the map, how much magic find you may have on your character, because my strategy is specifically oriented towards getting as many of these cards as I can, focusing on Strongbox, 500% increased item quantity, driving up the quantity there, driving up the quantity all across the Atlas passives, as well as on my gear. I have 55% increased quantity. You can see on this map right now of 132% increased quantity. That's actually a very low number compared to most maps. Sometimes I get it closer to 200 or even kind of close to 200. Especially if altars start getting, you know, I'm all that pack size, focusing on altars that give me more quantity and rarity. So that is how I get to a place where a 60 map dry spell is horribly bad for my usual findings. But I can't drive that point home hard enough. That's the way it is. So, maybe this is the turning the leaf to a brighter, better day. Perhaps we will start finding mini Brothers stashes. And maybe I'll find 10 this time. Hello. I feel like I deserve it. I deserve 10. Very low pack size. Alright, there we go. Nice start. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go, 30% increased items quantity found there. What did that do to my amount? Took me up to 208%. See, I don't know how my percentage was so low on the last one. Oh! You know what that was? That last map I ran was actually the only non... this fucking card again. That was the only non 8 mod corrupted map. That's why it looks so low. I was like, wow, that seemed really low. Yeah, most maps default to like a minimum of like 170% increased item quantity. And then as I continue finding the altars that increase quantity up further, that drives that number up. Actually does increase the number here on this thing here. Wow, an exalted orb now. Sitting here trying to explain stuff and game's distracting me with all this loot. I'm talking here. Yeah, I totally forgotten about the fact that I did something I almost never do. Actually let a 6 modded, so it was a 6 modded corrupted map is what it was, or maybe 5 modded. So it was a reasonably high rolled beyond map, and so I was like, you know what, that's high enough rolling. I think I'll just leave it in there and actually run it. Generally speaking, I draw a hard line on the maps. They have to be 8 mod corrupted, generally speaking, and that is yet another way in which I increase the amount of brother stashes per map. It's just that much more pack size, that many more altars spawned.
My mana is gone.
And yeah. Fingers crossed that GGG might pull an insane one on us and start to include like percentage chance for monsters to drop a divination card. As well, I don't think there's any way they would do that, but that'd be nuts if they did. I would be like, okay, I'll just live in the cemetery then. What could that be? What could that be? Oh! Another one of these. God, I've been seeing a lot of those in this 500 map session. I did have at least one iteration of double currency drops, so that's what it was. Basic currencies have a chance to be duplicated. There you have it.
My mana is gone.
Of course, I still think like percent chance for the minions to drop a currency item is definitely more valuable, but it's kind of fun when you double it up like that.
I'm not up to that just yet.
I swore I just saw an exalted orb, but maybe not. Well, premonition, I guess. Thought I saw an exalted orb. Apparently, what I saw was a brother stash in my future. Let's see. That is map. I think it's map number 24. 23, 24, something like that. So we've now gotten 2 brother stashes in the first quarter of the session, so that's good. That's actually ahead of schedule. Looking strictly at the session, of course, I'm very much behind in the grand scheme of things right now, but I'll take them where I can get them. Hey, hey.
It's my lucky day.
No! What the hell? that to save my life. Alva? Really? Oh my god. What the hell? This is so much. What? It's like 10% scarab drops. Some insane shit. I don't even know how many this is. God, that's crazy. What? Dude, I have like over way more than 10% scarab drop off of minions. I've never, this is record breaking scarab drops. I've never seen this many before. Okay, well, that's part of the highlight reel there. Number 3. Yeah, I've seen 3% Scarabs altars 4 times this map, and I think I also saw 1% once too, so I'm pretty sure I'm at 13% chance per minion to drop Scarabs. I don't think I've ever seen more than like 10 before. Well, that's wild. By the way, the only reason I'm doing Alva is because it's Delirium. Otherwise I wouldn't even be doing this. There's extra Delirium monsters that spawn in here. It's honestly, it's like not packed full of monsters enough without it. Again, if you're not spec'd into it at all. Now, if you're spec'd into Alva, then Alva's worth doing, obviously. I was almost going to go in there and then come back and try to finish this breach. It wouldn't have gone well. Oh my god, I can't wait to see all these scarabs. Okay, well, let's see this loot extravaganza. Gonna be absolutely nuts. Scarabs galore. Oh, more content down here. Ah! Oh. Well. That's what happens when you ran out of headhunter buffs. Anyway, let's see what we get here. God, still can't get 100 simulacrum splinters. Good fossils.
My mana is gone.
That's a few scarabs.
That would only slow me down.
Yeah. Look at this. Can't even come close
Greetings.
picking up all the loot.
Greetings. Hello. Journey well.
What? Oh, you did not just do that. You did not just give me a fourth one. Yeah, that just came after the crazy Scarab map. So that is 2 brothers stashed back to back. One map after another. Feeling that RNG, baby. What it's like when the RNG gods smile gracefully on you. Feels nice. Yeah. Chaos Weaver, oh my god. That's like just as big as it. That's even more rare than a Brother Stash. Maybe. Today, yeah, that's the first one, maybe the second one I've seen. All run. I could have swore I took gavels off my loot filter.
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana's gone.
Lord. Oh! Dragon's Heart, no! Not again. Okay. Some wacky lag right now, but Brother Stash just popped out of nowhere. This whole render testing thing is not going very well. Anyway, this Brother Stash, this is number 5. After actually having not gotten a Brother Stash for, I don't know, at least a dozen maps. And this is map number 49. Number 49. So that's 5 Brother Stashes in 49 maps for this particular session. Or, if we're going for grand total, this would be 17. No, sorry, 12. In 249, which basically means we're right at the halfway point, and I found a total of 12.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Oh! Oh! Yes! I was a little bit afraid I might have a negative rebound off of such a great start in the first half of that round 3, but here we are, around map number 64, I think, something like that, which means I only went about 15 maps without a Brother Stash, which is pretty respectable. Yep, another big one. let's keep this hype train going. You know, it's actually kind of funny. I just had like a bunch of Delhi mirror maps and it didn't drop, and now I have a non-Delhi mirror map and it does drop. I guess the whole Delhi thing is that whole hypothesis is getting washed away. Wow. Wow, that. With the Gilded Harbinger scare. Jeez, that's a hell of a delirium reward. I haven't seen anything like that in a while. Alright guys, it's time. Round 3's conclusion on the maps 201 through 300 of the 500 grand total maps. Started off super awesome. 5 brother stashes in the first 50 maps. Took a break, came back, and it was, I think, categorically awful. It's really, really bad. I got hardly any. I got 1 more brother stash for a total of 6, and I got hardly any exalted orbs. The entire session, I didn't get squat for uniques. Oh my god. I'm gonna open with that here. Let's actually take a look at uniques. Here, okay, that's right. I get 2 synthesis maps, and then the best unique I got after that was a Gravebind gloves. I did an intuitive leap, and a 7 league step, a fortress, and jeez, that is so awful. I mean, I honestly can't believe how bad that is. Way worse than even the first round, I think. So absolutely garbage tier RNG for uniques. Scarabs. I did just check this again. It seems that for Scarabs, I always get the same amount. I always sit right at like 1750 cumulative there, which is 11.5 exalts in Scarabs. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, I didn't really hit this point that much on the first 2 videos, but you can see that's a pretty hefty profit in Scarabs that I'm getting. And of course, I'd say maybe 50% of that value is coming from the Strongboxes, and the other 50% probably coming from the altars. And this strategy does rely heavily on Strongboxes and the altars, so I get tons and tons of Scarabs. And I have many filtered out. You know, the ones that are worth only 1 chaos, they're filtered out. I don't see those, so I only get the ones that are worth at least like 2 chaos, I guess, maybe with the exception of a few polished ones that I might use. Other than that, yeah. But as you can see here, 6 brother stashes down at the top. For some reason, excellent. Maybe it's because of the patch, but it's actually tabulating my level 4 enhance. So I got 4 of them this time, not 2. The first 2 rounds I only got 2. This time I was able to corrupt 21 gems. So I'm always able to corrupt between like 18 and 24 gems, depending on setup, if I have to re-level level 2s up to 3, because it essentially costs me nothing, because I pay for the gem, I level it up, even if it corrupts into 3, I sell it for actually a tiny profit, so I only lose the time, and the time is of course paid in 100 maps. So this is incredible. Actually, it's the second highest thing that I got out of this, so yeah, really good. I'm really going to be looking at potentially just leveling enhanced gems. I think a lot of people are really prioritizing enhanced because of the Ashes of the Star combination, level 4 enhanced with Ashes of the Star, getting a lot of weird, cool combinations, increasing the quality of active gems. And it must be like the go-to Facetor's Lens conversion in Harvest craft as well. So, and it unlike like Empower support, for example, there's not a level 4 Divination card that drops constantly for it. So it just really, I'm really impressed with the value of leveling enhanced. I can't lose. I can't lose, and I can win big with it. That's not something you usually see with gem leveling like this. Exalted Orbs, 13. Pretty low number. I think on the first round I said my RNG was pretty bad. I only got 12 or maybe 13. Second round I got 19. This time I got 13. Not good. Even with the double drop in there. Everything else just looks kind of standard issue. Like it just looks exactly the same. Here we go again. So the Dragon's Heart. A lot of them dropped again. 7. So the first round I actually did find out. I went back and looked. So the first 100 maps I got 5 Brother Stashes and 3 Dragon Hearts. And this whole time I've been thinking Brother Stashes actually have a higher drop rate than Dragon's Heart. Then last session I got 2 Brother's Heart and 7 Dragon's Hearts. Now I got 6 Brother's Stashes and 7 Dragon Hearts. So again, we're kind of getting somewhat of a picture of how rare the Dragon's Heart card is. It might be actually identical to Brother's Stash. Maybe. Not really sure. Nothing else major to look at. Of course, I did do some Arch Nemesis, so I got a few Burial Medallions. I'm currently getting really blocked on Chaos Weaver, so I may not be able to do all that many for the last 2 sessions. It's been really bad. I got like way more mirror image rejuvenations and tree and hordes than I need. So I may actually just do like standard mirror image stuff. Recipes, not sure. Anyway, this number looks a lot bigger this time because the enhances are being calculated, and it is calculating them at around 5x a piece, which they actually are worth that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in there. So before I did say I was only counting these at 4x a piece, but I mean, if Excellence is gonna count them, that is actually the value they sell at, and it has been the value they've sold at for at least a couple weeks. As you can see, you can see the curve here, and so I guess actually 7 days ago maybe it was a little lower. Anyway, I'm gonna count it at whatever the price it is here. So just bear that in mind. We got to do one big thing here. There they are. Now you know the drill. This has not been going well for me. I have identified 10 of these so far. 5 in the first round, 5 in the second round. I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now the marketplace has stabilized. I did pull up the values here for a non-fractured 100% increased global defenses, grasping male 83 plus. Actually, I did actually forget to put 83 plus, but it looks like indeed it's 83 plus, because that does matter, if you're crafting it. Last time I checked this, it was 16x on there, so I guess somebody bought them all. But, it looks like I've been selling these for 5, 4, even 6x a piece. I'm going to count these at 4x a piece, so let's see if we hit any. First round. Nope. 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 And nope. What the hell? If I had to guess off the top of my head, just pure speculation, I would guess that the chance of identifying 100% global increased defenses is about 15%, maybe 20% at the most. Suffice to say, I'm getting royally screwed on this, but that's all right. I got great RNG on the enhanced supports, so I'm more than made up for it there. I should be getting 2 to 3 level 4 enhanced supports each time. In fact, not only did I get great RNG on the enhanced supports ranking up, I actually didn't level down any. Of all 18 that I did, they either stayed the same or they went up. So terrific RNG on that. The only thing I can say where my RNG was like absolutely really good for this particular session. Let's see what kind of currency per hour I made personally. I think it's going to be around the same as the other two. I'm wild guess. I'd say 17x an hour. I'm going to guess. I'm going to be bold and ambitious. 17x an hour. So I'm not actually adding anything in here. I'm just going to use this straight up amount that it says there. So here we go. We take 136. 132 minus 28.12. Once again, it took me about 6 hours to do all 100 maps. 3 hours and 3 hours. Oh, Well, that's actually more. Yeah, this is actually way better. Wow. Well, okay, hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. I actually think this is almost 20x an hour. Yeah. Round it up. 20x an hour. Wow, how'd that happen? That's the enhanced supports. That's what it is. Even if, let me check something. Let's say I docked off 1x per enhanced support, just to see what that would come out to. Oh, I think I miscalculated. Hold on a second. Yeah, I didn't calculate that right. I put 18. Hold on. Yeah, I knew that didn't come out right. Yeah, hold on. 28.12. That's what happened. Okay. All right. I knew that wasn't right. There we go. Okay, this is it. Still not bad. 18x an hour. 18x an hour for this one. Oh. $108.2, 18. Is that right? 0.03. Oh, okay. Yeah, 18.03x an hour. I could have very easily broke 20 this time if I'd have gotten, if I'd have gotten that Unnatural Instinct again with this, I would have hit 20x an hour. If I had hit a couple of those Grasping Males, I would have hit 20x an hour. If I'd have hit, if I'd have just found 2 more Brothers stashes, I would have hit 20x an hour. So there are a lot of things that could happen could happen. So hopefully at least one of these sessions I will actually hit 20x an hour. But currently, first round was 15x an hour, then 16x an hour, now 18x an hour. Let me check real quick here. What the 32.2 minus 28.12 divided by 6. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'd rather have a totally clean conscience, so I'm gonna actually call this 17x an hour because I did count the enhanced support level 4 as just 4x before. I'm gonna stay true to that, so just keep it that way. So 17.3, rounded down, so 17x an hour. Still good. Still pretty good. I'm a little bit unsatisfied with the drop rates I'm seeing in the Brothers stash. I feel like getting a little bit shafted here, particularly in round 2, obviously. Yeah, got another day off tomorrow, so another video will be coming out then, or more streaming anyway. I gotta make this video, obviously. Yeah, we'll just keep on trucking along. Not much else to say. So you can always leave any questions or comments in the description, or comment section rather, down below if you would like to. Some of you guys have been leaving some comments saying you really like this little test I'm doing. So I kind of thought, I was a little bit afraid actually that people wouldn't be all that interested in it, but it's cool to see some of you guys genuinely interested in this test. I do think it is meaningful seeing the drop rate on this card because depending on what the drop rate is, the cemetery really does have the potential to be the best map to farm in the entire game now that Nemesis 3 and Nemesis 4 is out of the picture. So we will continue this tomorrow. See you guys.